The Hunger Project works in Latin America, Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa. 90% of deaths in these places are not a result of famine, earthquake or flood, but according to the United Nations, the majority of these deaths are caused by chronic, persistent hunger. In other words, their deaths are preventable. I spoke to Tim Holder, co-creator of World Hunger Day, about challenging our skepticism about international development.
There's almost an acceptance by us in the developed world, and perhaps in the developing world too, that hunger is inevitable, that hunger and poverty will exist and will always exist. And actually, if you look at the individual steps that people are taking to end hunger from their lives and are actually achieving that, and you build awareness of that, perhaps we can change that belief. Because I think to end hunger, everybody in the developing world needs to understand it's possible and get on board.
World Hunger Day celebrates millions of people that are already ending their own hunger and taking charge of their own development. It also reminds us of the 25,000 people who die every day from hunger and poverty. The highlight of the day was a star-studded concert headlined by Dionne Warwick and friends, most notably Sir Cliff Richard, OBE. Over 5,000 people filled the Royal Albert Hall to see a lineup that included Boy George, Tony Hadley, X Factor winners Alexandra Burke and Joe McElderry, alongside Katie Melua and a host of others. I spoke to the platinum-selling artist and UK soul legend Misha Paris, who also performed on the night.
I never really get involved with charities that are just throwing money at the problem. Fair Trade and all these other charities that I've been involved with, they're very different. They go in on the ground and they actually teach the people in these countries to sustain themselves. That's what's really important, and it's the same thing with the World Hunger Project. The reason why I got involved with that is because they get their hands dirty. They go into the villages and they help the people and teach the people how to, grow crops and how to create their own produce and help them to become independent. This is what it's about. It's not about just throwing money at the problems. That's why the World Hunger Project was so important for me. I don't come from a wealthy family, so I'm very, I have a lot of sympathy for, people who don't have as much. And so I try to do my bit in that way. Also, I think that it's important to do this for yourself because it teaches you, especially as an artist, the whole thing about being an artist is giving. So it's it's like an extension of that anyway. When you're singing and you're performing, you're giving of yourself to the people to make them feel better. It's a gift that I've been given, and I just try to make sure that the music is it touches people. That's really all I've ever done.
The concert was a big success, but let's not forget, hunger in the developing world is still a major issue.
In the regions where we work, where hunger persists and where people wake up every morning confronted by issues of, where is the next meal going to come from? They're not thinking about the caloric intake. What they're thinking about is, am I going to make enough money to take care of my family?